Hey folks, CA Rachana Ranade here and I welcome you all to an amazing video wherein we are going to talk about IPL. Not as a game of cricket, but as a game of money. I'm sure with IPL gaining more and more popularity, you might be like teams like CSK might be hitting fours with their revenue numbers and might be hitting sixes with their profit numbers. Really? Unfortunately, you are wrong. What? You don't believe me? You want a DRS? Okay, let's do that. We will understand whether companies' profits are really in an upward trend or in the downward trend. So keep on watching the video till the end to get an answer to your question. But before we move on, I would want to thank Palak and Saurav for their wonderful comments. Now, really is CSK hitting force with the revenue numbers or not? For that, how can we prove or disapprove it? Answer is very simple. I just downloaded the annual report of CSK from the internet and I'm just going to show you the relevant chunk. I'll also share the link of the annual report in the description box. So if you want, you can also download that and get it for your own research, right? So first and foremost, have a look at this. You can see here, this is the statement of profit and loss. You can see both years, year ended 21, year ended 22. All rupees are in lakhs. And if you can see revenue from operations, that is the main revenues, they have jumped from 24,783 lakhs to 34,105 lakhs. If I were to convert it into crores, it's as good as revenues have jumped from 247 crores to 341 crores. Now, can I easily say that the revenues are clearly hitting force? Answer is obviously yes, right? But where does CSK earn its revenue from? Is there any breakup for that? Now, here you can see note number 20 is very clearly given, right? Now, for that, I went again into the annual report, note number 20, and this is the relevant chunk of it. Now, you can see there are three major revenue streams. The very first one is income from grant of central rights. Second one is sponsorship income. And the third one is other tournament related income. Now, if you see here, if you look at the numbers carefully, the first one, that is income from grant of central rights, is almost 70% of the total revenue. 20% is sponsorship income and 10% barely is other tournament related income. So what we are going to do, we'll try and understand about these income streams in detail in the immediate next section of the video. First and foremost, let's focus on the major chunk of income, which is through broadcasting rights sale. Now, what do we mean by that? Everyone understands that the match is happening somewhere around in, let's say, Kolkata or in Mumbai or whatever. And how do we see it? At home, by just switching on the television or even on the mobile. How do we get to see that? That's nothing but because BCCI sells something known as broadcasting rights. It gives the rights to show the live match either through television or through mobile or both, right? This is nothing but broadcasting rights. Now, these amounts, if I tell you, that you are going to miss a heartbeat. So be well prepared to hear the amounts. They are going to be in crores and crores of rupees. So for that, just have a look at this chart. Now, if you see here, 2008 to 2017, the broadcast rights were sold at 8,200 crore rupees. And that was for how many years? 10 years. Now, if you have a look at the next one, 18 to 22, you can see only double the amount. 16,347 crore rupees. Okay, and that too for half the number of years, only 5 years. Now you can see just 3 times of 16,000 crores, 390 crores. Now you can imagine 48,390 crores. Who is paying this time? It's Star, Viacom 18 and Times who is paying this amount to BCCI. Okay, for the broadcasting rights. But how does BCCI split this? Now, for that, have a look at this. BCCI keeps only 50% of the broadcasting rights to itself and balance 50% is given to the teams. But wait, out of this 50% also, it's not equally distributed. This 50% is further distributed as 45% and 5%. 45% is equally distributed to all the teams and balance 5% is distributed based on the performance of the team. So I hope you have understood how the major chunk of IPL is distributed. Now let's move on to the second one. Now let's come to the second type of revenue stream, that is sponsorship income. Now when I talk about sponsorship, there could be again many layers to that, but let's focus on two layers. One is title sponsorship and one is known as jersey sponsorships. Now what is title sponsorship? Basically, brands pay names to BCCI obviously. For what purpose? For the purpose so that IPL has a prefix. So I'm sure back in those days when IPL started, people used to call it as DLF IPL. When I was a kid at that time, kid matlab I just cleared CA at that time. I used to feel that DLF IPL means DLF is some cricket related company. But then, eventually I got to know, oh, it's a real estate company, right? But then was the name DLF IPL kept forever? No. For that, have a look at this chart. You can see here from 2008 to 2012, DLF IPL. So DLF was the prime title sponsorer. Then it was Pepsi IPL. Then it was Vivo IPL. Then Dream 11 IPL. Back to Vivo IPL. And finally, what we have right now is Tata IPL. Okay. Now again, whenever BCCI receives this money, chunk is kept with itself and some part is given to the teams. I hope this point is also clear. With that, let's move on to the next part, which is called as the jersey sponsorship. Now again, earlier I used to feel that jersey sponsorship means there might be one company which prints the logo on the jersey of these team players and that's it. That's not how it is. Have a look at this. For jersey sponsorship, we have jersey front, jersey back, jersey chest, jersey left sleeve, right sleeve, cap left, cap behind, pant, kit sponsorer, everything. And this is how there are multiple companies who are fighting so that their logo appears on the jerseys of these players. Why? It's a direct advertisement. The moment you see that player, you see all these logos and that creates an impact on the mind of the customer. So that is the reason why people or these brands are ready to pay huge amounts so that their brand is visible. Now, I'm sure you might be like, what about the winning amount that the winning team gets? That might be a big revenue, right? No, that is a very small part of the total revenue of the team that goes in other income, which constitutes barely 10% of the team's total revenue. But if I were to tell you, back in 2008, when the prize money for the winner was decided, that was 4.8 crores. And right now in 2020, the latest data that I have, the price amount for the winner is 20 crores. So that's also a big jump, right? From 4.8 crores to 20 crores. But still, that is other income. What all other incomes are there in other income? It's like ticket sale, it could be the jersey sales, it could be like cap sales, other merchandise, and so on. So I hope all in all you have understood the total revenue streams of these cricket teams, and I hope you have understood that they are definitely hitting fours with revenue numbers. By the way, you can also hit a 6. How? By smashing the like button. Well, now that you have understood a lot about revenues, now it's time that we shift to profits discussion. And for that, what I did was I downloaded annual reports of 2019, 20, 21, 22. 4 years annual reports I have downloaded. And rather than me showing you all the annual reports back to back, I have just nicely put that data in Excel. If you want as a homework, you can download all the annual reports and check whatever figures I have written in the Excel sheet are correct or not. Okay. But now have a look at this. You can see here that revenue, this is pure revenue excluding other income. You can see from 2019 to 2022 how the pattern has been for Chennai Super Kings. We are taking only that as an example. So you can see here from all rupees are in lakhs, by the way, from 41,000 lakhs it went down to 35,000 lakhs, went again down to 24,000 lakhs, but from 24,000 it has gone up to 34,000. So at least 2022 and 2021, if I compare, at least the revenue was on the uptick. Okay, but if I check PAT is profit after tax, you can see in 2019 it was 11,120. It went down to 5,000, it went down to 4,000, and then it has gone down to 3,202. So even if revenue numbers are like, going up, a little bit down, again up, even the revenue numbers are shaky, profits, it's clearly a case of downward trend from 11,000 crores, from 11,000 lakhs to 3,000 lakhs. So why is this so? Now you can see cost of operations. Is that causing a big problem? For that, what I did was, have a look at this. I tried to compare how much is the cost of operation as compared to revenue. Okay, so cost of operation as a percentage of revenue basically. And if you see here, in 2019, cost of operation was 60.4% of revenue. So as an example, if revenue is 100, cost of operation was 60 in 2019. That jumped to 73%, 72%, and in 2022, it has jumped to 82.6%. Because of which, what is happening to PAT percentage? Again, this PAT percentage of revenue. What does it mean? What does 27.1% means? If revenue is 100, profit after tax is 27.1. Okay, and that has gone down from 27.1% to 14%, 16%, and right now at 9.4%. I'm sure there is one question still, tingling around your mind, and what is that? What is exactly cost of operation? What does it include? Now for that, have a look at this. You can see that there is a big jump in team players and staff remuneration. It has gone up from 9,000, all rupees in lakhs by the way, to 14,800. Okay. Second, even franchisee fees has gone up. If you see one more big from 1,240 lakh to directly 4,371. This is tournament expenses. All in all, you can see major cost of operation. First 3 to 4 points only, there's a pretty much big jump, and that is the reason why I hope you have understood that what I said in the beginning, revenue is hitting 4, but profits are not hitting 6s because of operating costs, and you have taken a review and your review is lost. Now, does lower profitability mean game over for these teams? Answer is obviously no. It's about the brand value that matters most. Now, how does the brand value increase? It's very simple. I'll take the example of Chennai Super Kings only. Now, let's say they have amazing players like MSD. Will the fan base be really high? Absolutely yes. Will the teams, will the fans cheer a lot for such teams? Answer is yes. Okay, coming back to good players, good team spirit. Ideally, the team should go up and up from the normal team league matches to the playoffs, to the semi-final, to the final. Now, a team like CSK, if it reaches finals versus a team like Delhi Capitals, which doesn't reach up to there, what will be the difference? Number of matches that Delhi Capital plays versus number of matches Chennai Super King plays, that's going to be different. Will Chennai Super King play more matches, let's say 8 to 10 additional matches? Now, what will be the benefit for the brands? Now, all the brands which appear on the Chennai Super King shirt, they will get more visibility, and that is the reason why they'll be happily paying more to appear on the shirts, on the jerseys of CSK. So all in all, the math is simple. More or higher time the team is in the game, that will lead to higher visibility, that will lead to higher potential for the brand appearing on the television or on the digital screens, and that is the reason why overall brand value for the team will be higher. Now, final comparison is that the GT team and LSG team, which were sold recently, the investors in GT paid 5,625 crore rupees. That is the brand value that they paid to acquire this brand of Gujarat Titans. And LSG, 7,090 crore rupees. Now you can imagine how much worth, how much potential these investors see in these teams. But compare these thousands of crores of revenue, of brand value numbers that they have paid with CSK 1 year revenue, 1 year profit that I showed you right now. That was how much? That was 32 crore rupees. So finally, as I mentioned, it's not a game of profit, it's a game of brand value. I hope you liked the video about not the game of cricket, but the game of money. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button, don't forget to share it with your friends and with your family members. And if you want to learn more about finances, something like how Pakistan economy is dying, you can click here. And if you want to know more about my profit booking strategies, you can click here. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye.